Good day everyone. Today we have probably the last Honda sedan that's under the 1 million peso mark that's still offered till today. We have here the 2026 Honda City sedan. This is the S variant. We're gonna tackle the interior, exterior, and engine details of the Honda City S. So once again, this is PatrickReyesTV. Let's go and start. Now the Honda City comes with your key fob right here. The S variant does not come with your lock and unlock through the door handles right here. So you would have to lock and unlock through the keys right here. Currently unlocked. And here on the door sidings, this one's all plastic materials. But you have cloth materials right here on the grab handle and some door pockets right here. Seats are in cloth material as well. You have your black stitchings that runs across the seats. Very nice touch to the seats and some accents right here in the middle. Recliner, height adjustment, and your seat position control right here on the middle. Now, even this does not come with the lock and unlock through the door handles. This one still comes in a push start ignition right here. So once the key is inside the vehicle, you could start the accessories just by pressing this button. Once more for ignition. And of course, to start the engine, just put your foot on the brake and push the button to start. Very nice steering wheel right here. So before we go and check out the interior, let's go and check out the exterior first. This one has auto mode as well. And of course, your hazards. Now all windows are of course electrically powered, but only the driver's side window is automatic. The Honda City, a name that's been around for quite some time now and still one of Honda's best-selling vehicles. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. The City has built a strong reputation through the years, not just because of Honda's reliability, but because of how well it balances practicality, looks, and overall driving experience.
シティはニュースにあふれてる。ホンダからシティ誕生。
This is the 7th generation Honda City. First released in 2020 and with Honda's usual cycle of about 5 to 6 years before introducing an all-new model, you might actually be nearing the end of this generation. So the big question now is it still worth getting one before the next generation comes out? Well, with the current Honda City and especially with how it's priced today, I'd say yes. It's still a very solid choice. You get that well-known Honda reliability, decent performance, and a clean modern aesthetic. The City doesn't feel like a previous generation car at all. And here's another interesting point. This might just be the last Honda City you can buy brand new below the 1 million peso mark. That alone makes it worth considering if you're planning to buy a new daily driver soon. In terms of looks, Honda definitely made sure this facelifted version still stands out. The front fascia is now more aggressive, you've got sharper lines on the bumpers, a nice chrome accent running across the grille, and even the base model now comes with projector headlamps and daytime running lights, which gives that modern touch. It's not overdone, just enough to make the City look mature and clean. On the side, you get 16-inch alloy wheels, which honestly look pretty good already. But personally, if I were to own one, I'd probably go for an aftermarket set. Maybe something a bit sportier or one size bigger to really fill up those wheel arches. Design-wise, the side profile still screams Honda City. It's well balanced, not too long, not too short. You've got a good amount of trunk space at the back and wide door openings for easy access. It's simple, but it works. Moving to the rear, I really like what Honda did here. The LED taillights give it that crisp, upscale look, and the bumper design adds a bit of sportiness with the reflectors down below. It's clean, elegant, and still very recognizable as a city, and that's part of its charm. Overall, the Honda City's exterior design continues to deliver what it's always been known for: elegance, reliability, and practicality. It's a kind of car that fits almost anyone, from first time car buyers to young professionals or even small families looking for a dependable daily ride. And again, for a price tag of 998,000 pesos, this might just be your last chance to own a brand new Honda City below the 1 million peso mark. So what do you think? Would you still go for this generation of the city, or would you wait for the next one? Let me know in the comments below. So, let's go and pop the hood. The Honda City is powered by the 1.5-liter 4-cylinder dual overhead cam iVTEC engine. It produces 121 horsepower at 6,600 RPM and 145 Newton meters of torque at 4,300 RPM. The engine is paired with a continuously variable transmission. Acceleration time of 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is clocked at 11 seconds with a top speed rating of 190 kilometers per hour. Mixed fuel consumption rating is at 18 kilometers per liter with a fuel tank capacity of 40 liters. Let's give her a few reps and check how the engine sounds from the inside. It has a rev limiter at around 4,000 RPM. So, let's go on the inside of the Honda City 1.5S. Now again, to remind you guys, this is the baseline model of the Honda City. This is the only Honda City that you could buy just below the 1 million peso mark in 2025. Now this comes in your plastic materials that we're also used to, as you can see right here, but it's really nice to the touch. You have your side extensions here for better grip. And of course, a very easy to turn steering wheel right here. And as usual from Honda, very nice touch right here. You have your silver accent right here on the middle. You have a bunch of controls right here. And as I have said earlier, this one comes in your automatic driving assist system, or what they call the Honda Sensing. You have your adaptive cruise controls right here, lane departure assist, and of course right here is the controls for the gauge cluster and for the head unit right here. So you have the volume controls, your phone, your voice command, home button, source, and so on. Now the steering wheel could also be adjusted via tilt. No telescopic functions right here. And for the gauge cluster, very easy to see right here. You have your analog RPM right here, or tachometer, speedometer right here, and your digital display right here on the middle. Now for the display, You have the range right here. This is in the trip tab. Range is 105 kilometers. Average fuel. Now this one isn't accurate because this one has been sitting for quite some time. It's not usually driven in long highways or whatever. And fuel gauge right here on the bottom. So let's go and check out the other tabs. Information tab right here. No display. Customize display. So you could put which one you want to put in. So I selected them all so we could see it for demo purposes. Clock and vehicle settings. So as you can see right here, you could check or you could set your settings for the adaptive cruise control right here. Lead car departure notification system. So I have used this every time you're in traffic and a car is right in front of you. It notifies you that the vehicle in front is moving forward. So just to avoid that delay of you doing something else right here in the cabin and you have not seen the car in front of you moving away. So that's one neat feature. Road departure mitigation system and so on. As you can see, this is just so good in a sense that you could get a baseline Honda City just below 1 million and you get all this safety features. Bring this back 10 years ago, you would not even get this in the top of the line model of a Honda City. Now here, it's here in a baseline model of a Honda City. So that's the difference for 2025. Right here is your driving assist system. So as you can see, we're currently in lane, and assist or notifications would show up there if there's something in front of you or in the back or in the sides. So that's nice. And right here on the left side and on the right side of the gauge cluster, this actually illuminates depending on your driving habits. So if it's in white, then you're in neutral or in park. But if this one turns in green, it means you're driving very economically. But when it's in blue, this one, you're probably driving a little bit too hard. So yeah, that's a good indicator right here. So that's for the gauge cluster. Now let's go here in the middle. You have here your transmission control. This one comes in a CVT. And you have your sport mode right here. So with sport mode, you get better accelerations right off the pedal. Drive mode, neutral. And this is the only thing lacking in this Honda City. I wish they would just include a rear backup camera, just to perfectly assist drivers for the Honda City. Especially this car is, mainly for those first-time drivers or probably their first car. So a rear backup camera would be a big help, especially if they would have included automatic driving assist in this baseline model. It would not hurt to put a rear backup camera right there. But that's it. Econ mode, you could turn off econ and on. So the econ mode, the purpose of that is just to notify you on how your driving habits are. So when this one's turned on, it would notify you, or with the lights right here, if you're driving very good in terms of economy or driving a little bit too harsh and not really fuel efficient. Manual handbrake right here. And the baseline Honda City variant does not come in a armrest right here. So you have two cup holders, which actually fits a big tumbler like this one. And you also have two cup holders right here on top. So that's quite nice. Some slots in here that you put your phone or your vape. Manual handbrake, which is nice to see in 2026. There you go. Another pocket right here, another pocket there. So a lot of storages right here just in the middle part of the Honda City. They also have two Type A ports right here. This one does not come with Type C ports, but that's it. This is for charging and this is for phone connectivity for the head unit. 12 volts DC outlet right here. And the air conditioning right here is quite nice. Nice to the touch, as you can see right here. Very nice sounding AC controls right here. So we have the fan speed, different zones, temperature, and also have heater, by the way, for a baseline model. Recircular vents, front defogger, and rear defogger. It's nice. And for the head unit right here, which is quite a nice display. It's kind of not quite as big as its competitors from Chinese brands, but this one's actually really good for a Honda brand. This is Rai listening to some music. Okay, so the speakers right off the bat is not really the best sounding speakers. Of course, this one is a baseline model. It does not even come with tweeter speakers right here. I'm sure the top of the line model does. This one only comes in your door speakers right here. But again, I would not really complain about sounds. It's just me. I'm not really very meticulous about sounds. As long as I have Bluetooth, I have Apple CarPlay, and it works great, then I have no problem with that, especially at this price point. Now, this one, speaking of that one, the head unit comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it's also in wireless. So that's a good feature. Now, for the other apps right here, let's go and check that out. Okay, so quite basic settings right here. You could, adjust the audio right here, bass, treble, speed sensitive, volume, and of course, your fader and balance. We want to balance that out. There you go. So that's about it. Now, this one's really made for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This large screen right here is really just made for that. The interface of the stock Honda system right here is not really, well, that attractive, to be honest. So might as well just use Apple CarPlay for this one. Now here are the air conditioning vents right here. So it's in black plastic materials since this one is the baseline model. The middle variants and the top of the line comes in color right here, I would believe. But you still have a brushed aluminum finish right here as an accent in the middle. This one is all in hard plastic materials, but they're not really cheap feeling. And we're very familiar with these types of plastic materials from Honda. This would last a long time. Okay, and these are very reliable and durable in terms of heat from the sun. Map lights. Good thing they included this one in the baseline model. Usually in the baseline, they do not include this. Rear view mirror. Visors. And let me open this up for you. Yep, no lights. Hazard button is right here on top. And here is the adjustment for the brightness level of the gauge cluster. There you go. Here on the left side, you have your controls for the windows. You have your door unlock as well, side mirror controls. Traction control, fuel opener, and your hood. And here is your trunk release right here. So very straightforward with the Honda City. Again, this is the baseline model, but they really included what's really important in today's needs. The Apple CarPlay, the automatic driving assist system, and of course, a good old automatic transmission right here. So I think that's about it in the front cabin. By the way, the seats right here, as you can see, they hug you quite nicely as they have some side extensions here. It's quite really good. This actually feels way more comfortable than the BYD Steel 5 that I've just ridden moments ago. And yeah, this one hugs you nice. This one hugs you quite nicely compared to the other seats. But yeah, it's not leather, it's cloth. Really depends on your preference. So let's go and check out the rear seats. Now here on the door sidings right here, as you can see, it's the same materials, hard plastic materials. And your cloth material right here on the grab handle, window control, door speakers, and bottle holders right here. The seats right here is also well cushioned. As you can see, it's the same material as well as in the front. You have accents in here, stitching, and that nice soft cloth seats. Now this one, the seat in front of me is pulled all the way to the back. And even at that, you still have plenty of room for the leg room, and of course, the headroom is not that bad as well. I'm 5'8", by the way. So your normal average Filipino would not have a problem with this size. Very nice. So this one does not come with a center armrest, but it comes with a headrest right here, good for 3 passengers, but I do not really recommend it for comfortability. As you can see, this one has a bulge in this one. I'm not so sure how you could sit right here in the middle, where the other 2 passengers here are comfortably hugged by the seats, but this one's a little bulged up. Probably for kids is okay. It's starting to rain a little bit, so we close that door. So that's it for the backrests right here. No speakers on the back. And this is the only thing you get, a 2 cup holder setup right here. So here's the view of the front cabin of the 2026 Honda City baseline model, or the S variant. The front cabin right here, as you can see, is, well, you know, looks dated in a sense compared to its competitors. But for those who have been driving for a couple of years now, this one actually does not look really bad. And this one actually feels like home. You know what I mean? And this cabin right here feels very familiar, very fun to be in. You know what I mean? And it's just Honda. It just works. It just, you know, it's just there, whatever you need, and no more added features. You just drive it very raw, and that's it. And I would not bother on driving this front cabin right here for another 5-6 years. So I think that's about it for the back cabin right here. Let's go and check out the trunk. Trunk area pops up like so, and as you can see right here, we have massive storage on the back. That's what you get for the Honda City. Good space on the inside and a good trunk space right here. On the bottom is your spare tire, and that's about it. Now you have your ambient lights in here as well. Okay, it's quite raining hard outside. Again, the 2026 Honda City S is probably the last Honda sedan that you're able to buy just below 1 million pesos. I know there's a lot of competitors, you know, with probably lesser price, or with more features. But you know, Honda is Honda, and they have been here in the market for many decades now, and it's just so good driving one. Again, pure ICE, no electric, revving the engine, fuel efficient as it can be. This plastic materials right here, it's really good that they added these features even in the baseline model of this Honda City. And I'm just so happy to be able to purchase one of these. I know this is not the perfect car. If they could just added the backup camera, it would have been perfect, or probably put in some retractable side mirrors, wireless chargers at this price point. But nonetheless, Honda is a Honda. It will be reliable, it will be efficient, parts will not be a problem, and it will be a comfortable ride. So once again, thank you guys for watching this video. What do you think of the 2026 Honda City 1.5S? Let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Once again, this is PatrickReyesTV, signing out.